Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Welcome guys. Jamie back here on the farms of Madison County. We are continuing our spring seeding. As you can see, we've sold most crops in now. So we've 4 fields of soybeans, 2 corn, and we are just finishing out here our giant field that we joined 66 and 67 with sunflowers. So we'll start this back up. We have guided steering on. As you can see, we are pulling here nicely, sowing our sunflowers. You'll notice there was no fertilizer being applied here at this stage. We'll come back across these in the following days and spray them with pre-emergence. So all going well, guys. This will see us out of our spring planting. And once we're through this, I believe we have a few more crops to sell. Let me just quickly check that there. So yes, we have wheat and barley, and we also have sunflowers. We are waiting on the price to come a little bit here. We sold our soybeans and the price has gone up about $100, which is a little bit upsetting. But we know now better for next time that we can break that 1,000 threshold barrier. Our sunflowers seem to have peaked here at the moment, but we will give it time. And we do have a great demand here on barley, but again the price is kind of tanked. I think we can do better on that. We are pulling up the hill there. So once I turn here at this headline, guys, we will flick through the garage and we will show you the equipment we're using on this map. Bear in mind again, as I say, we're closing in on 60 hours of play on this map, so the equipment has been bumped up from the start. So we are getting closer to turning. We will disable the GPS. That's it. Oh no, I got confused with my turning direction. Enable GPS again. See if I can get all this done. Lower planter. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. So we'll hit reverse here. We'll just go back a bit, catch that bit we missed. Trying to do too much here in one bit. And we're back going across the field. I'm getting all dizzy there doing my circles. So we will try and keep it in cab a bit more. I do believe I figured out my issue with course play as well. I believe it was a combination of the real dirt mod possibly throwing an error, and also definitely the SDS combines. Although I think I've found a version that now works, but that's still in testing. But I will let you know as soon as I do. I'm just going back across the field here now. We flick into our garage and you will see what we have. So currently our seeding tractor. We then have a 350 horsepower tractor here. The idea for this is getting into grass work for our animals and stuff. our Kenworth truck, our FS19 combine, our sprayer. We then have our tipping trailer, our draper 40-foot head painted John Deere colours, again same with the corn head. This is our field cultivator or disc for our ploughing jobs. This is the planter we are currently using, DB90. The sprayer cradle, the fertilizer and lime cradle, our baler. We used this here recently for baling our Wilson step deck trailer for collecting our bales, seed bags, and I think we're out of it. So that's our equipment that we're using here. As I say, the aim is to develop and push towards eventually having cattle on the yard. We are slightly adrift as GPS is not on. How much of the field have we missed? Dread to think. We might have got away with that, guys. So I just have a quick look at the contracts page, because it is something. Field 29, 42 euros. Seems very cheap. Where is 29? Must be a small field. 29. There you have it, guys. That is a tiny field, and 35. I did not even notice him. So we will try and pick something maybe a bit closer to the yard. Let me just flick out, GPS off, lift up, and make our turn. And we're going back across the field. Again, just sowing sunflowers in here. It's another handy cash crop. As you see, the price here is pretty good when you compare it to corn, although you yield more from corn, so it isn't much I'd imagine. But with corn you must plough afterwards, so we will see. I'm hoping from this year's harvest on the corn that we can make enough to turn field 65 to grass. That will be the build, and we'll start doing a bit of silage in the hope that we can afford cattle. Contracts anything 93, 94. It's just 93 ploughing. 33,000. 93 is the big one though. So we will see how that goes. We might plough that up. 94 is also there, but I think that is so I think 93, we will accept that contract. That is one that we can be doing. You can see we're still currently in debt to 170,000. I would like to try and clear that too this harvest if I can. Hopefully once we have animals, then we can start turning a profit on a daily basis more so than losing. The milk will really kick in. We're just sowing away. There's no tillage on this field. This is direct sowing on top of soybeans. what I'm hoping, guys, is once I have a few bugs worked out of course play, that it will enable us to maybe get away from the hard grind, which again is what I'm possibly aiming for, but also add a bit more spice to the videos, that we can have a worker slash family member, we might call him, working the fields with us. So disengage the GPS again. Coming to the end of our run. We've cut that very shallow hole now. Getting a bit used to this indoor cab work here. Turn, just turning a bit too sharp each time. I do apologize about that, guys. Oh, we've done that again. My bad, guys. And we're seeding again. So what's catching me is I'm using the keyboard to do my tilt, and my finger keeps hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting lift instead of turn the screen. So I do apologize for that, guys. So we won't be long going across here. And our tractor then needs a bat after planting season is complete. As I say, we do have the contract here on 93, which is just over here. You can see the crop in there has withered, so we should plough it in and help our neighbour get underway. Possibly looking to buy that field soon as well, but it comes as a combo with 94, quite pricey. We're looking close to 450,000 to push in there. Feeling that we might push for 95 or 96 as well. Just a little bit cheaper, excuse me, guys. You can see the progress we are making here. We've maybe 3 passes left, I'd estimate. You can hear that John Deere mighty impressive roar if I get in close here. She's pulling on the hill. She's got the full weight kit on her as well. Pulling at just under 2000 RPM. From here till we get to this brow. And we should possibly see the load drop away again. We're coming to the end of our field again. We've only a couple more passes left here. We'll hit auto steer on. planter. That one worked out quite well for us this time, guys. Going back across the field. One thing I will say is we might possibly sell this seeder. I've updated it, found another version of it there, and it has removed the dirt texture, which wasn't too bad, considering that it would be dirty within 2 minutes of use. But what I find now is the maintenance on it. If we check back at the start, I'd say we were close to 20%. We've done a couple of passes and we're closing in on 60% maintenance on the planter. So we might change it out. What we'll change it to, I don't know. We'll see what we have here. Replacements. We have a 9 meter 36 meter DB120. That's possibly, this is the one we're currently using. 9 meter. We have an 18 meter here. I've used this before. This is a good option. We'll see. You can also see the maintenance on the tractor as well. So you small cut there, I apologize about that, guys, but we are back here. We are continuing with our planting. Again, 2 passes should see us out, all going well. Overshoot a small bit, so when she kicks back in, the planter straightens nicely. Planter in the ground. So as we come to the end of this one, guys, we are considering maybe on the next one we might, instead of grinding through like we are at the moment, maybe I will grind away on my own, but I will take edits and slip it all together for you to give you a more complete overview of the work here being carried out on the farm. Again, I don't know how many of you want to sit through me plowing field 93. So we will maybe do a time lapse of it. We'll see how it goes, guys. But and the good news is we are coming close to the end of spring planting here. So after that we just have our general applications to put onto our crops, ensure we get the best out of the field we can. And then we are facing into harvest after that, guys. As I say, we do have a couple of contracts on wheat and barley and sunflowers to fulfill, and we will look at doing that before we get into harvest season. As we need space in the silos, you'll see our silo capacity it's not bad, sitting at 500,000, but a good harvest year could see us fill that up. You know, we planted a lot of soybeans, 4 fields of it. It's a lot of acres there in soybeans, and as I say, if we acquire more land, depending on what's planted on it, we'll be looking at that too. A bit more first person going cab here again, guys. We're coming up on our last pass now. Trying once more for the awkward way, but we'll go this way. Ground. You should see us complete our last pass. And then over here we'll fold up, cut onto the pet, and that will see us out, guys. Thankfully the weather here has been with us. We've had a good spring, we've been able to plant everything we wanted. And to be fair, running this big equipment does help when it comes to these kind of fields that are open and large. We can set it off. And we are also considering here, guys, maybe opening a second map, maybe showing you the process instead of this map has been joined in. As I say, we were closing on 50 hours when we started the episodes, so I have a map set up. I have edited the farm we were going using. I have not added any money in. It's all money we start the game with. It was started on hard, the start from scratch mode, and by selling stuff we didn't need and whatnot, we've raised enough capital to manage to have a small farm on the go. We do have animals on that one. I think we have 12 cattle in it, but it is something we might, it is more or less ready now to start broadcasting. So if you're interested in that, guys, let me know, and it'll be a different variety as the machinery is a lot more smaller. Sticking the same color code if we can. Again, I know some of you guys might not be green deer fans, but it is my cup of tea. So we'll see how that goes. As I say, I will hopefully maybe get one of them out to you in the next couple of days. You can let me know what you think. And as always, guys, don't forget to like it, leave a comment, and subscribe below to the channel. We are new, we are getting there slowly but surely, guys. You come to the end of spring planting here. Lift up, turn off the fans, and pop down here to the end of the field. Yes, fold this up. Okay, guys, thank you very much for joining me here. As I say, we have finished the planting for this season, so we'll see how it goes, and catch us again on the next one, guys. Thanks very much again. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and even subscribe if you're new to the channel. See you next time, guys.